What is up, people? Terror Tuesday again. The weekly installment of Terror Tuesday. This week I'm going to do a little bit different. My buddy Mike, he gave me a little idea. Usually I give you 2 or 3 movies that you should watch for your Terror Tuesday. A couple horror movies that, if you like the genre, you should go check out. Some being more popular ones. I'm going to try to start doing more underground, like B-rated horror movies that are actually pretty good. But anyway, usually I give you 3 movies that you should watch. Today I'm going to give you 2 movies that you should watch, and I'm going to give you one that you should pretty much avoid like the plague. I'm going to give you ones that suck as well. So I'm going to give you ones to watch and ones that I've watched and I don't like that you should, pass by. Or I could tell you they suck and you could tell me, you suck and go watch them anyway. But let me get into this. This one you saw me get yesterday if you watched my 100th video spectacular. If not, go and check that one out too. But I got this yesterday through the mail, through Amazon. I got it for a few bucks. I put it in. It's a really interesting movie. It's Girls Against Boys. This one stars Danielle Panabaker and Nicole La Liberté. Probably not even pronouncing that last name anywhere correct. But them two are in this movie. They're the centerpiece around this movie. Danielle Panabaker plays a girl named Shay, and this other Nicole La Liberté, she plays a girl named Lou. Danielle Panabaker is dating some older guy. He's in his late 30s. She's in college, so give or take 19, 20, around that age. So she's dating this guy who is actually married still, and eventually he breaks it off. Then she tries to go for this other guy, and that doesn't really work for her. So one night she ends up going into work. She's a bartender, goes into work, is working, and then eventually has to take a break. She ends up running into the back room and starts crying, and it happened to be right next to this girl, Lou. And the girl's asking what's wrong and what's up, and she's like, oh, boy problems, such and such. And eventually she tells her, let's just go out tonight, let's have a great time. And she agrees, and they both end up going out for a night on the town, whatever. And they go to this bar, they start talking to these guys. Eventually they go back to these guys' house, and the Panabakers, or Shay, she's not feeling it. So the one guy there goes, okay, I'll take you home. He ends up taking her home and then attacking her and raping her. So this girl, Lou, finds out, and pretty much right after that, they go on this, killing spree for revenge kind of deal. And they go after pretty much everyone and anyone that gets in their way. Mostly they're going after the guys that, screw with them in the past. They go after that 35-year-old. They go after the guy that attacked her. And they pretty much just kill these guys in all these different ways. And this pretty much happens over, I think, a 2 or 3 day period. And it kind of quiets down. And then Shay notices that this girl, Lou, is definitely off a rocker. And definitely wants to just kind of ease away from it. Pretend that this whole weekend thing didn't happen. And the more she tries to get away, this girl Lou pretty much attaches herself to that girl Shay's character. And by the end, there's a whole craziness that goes on. It's definitely an interesting movie. Definitely a crazy topic kind of deal. But that's Girls Against Boys. If I had to give it a nice Tony 9-finger rating, it'd probably be up there. It'll probably be like a 7.5 out of 9.5. It was definitely a good one. I enjoyed. This was a good pickup by me. This next one is an oldie, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen this movie. It's got Fairuza Balk, Robin Tunney, Nev Campbell, and Rachel True, and that is The Craft. The girl Robin Tunney's character just moves into this town, starts going to this high school, and at first was fitting in with everybody. And then she notices that these three other characters, they have their own little clique on the side kind of deal. Everyone in the school makes fun of them, and they pretty much call them like witches and such. So at one point, she ends up hanging out with these girls because they say they need a fourth in their, I don't know, with all these elemental stuff and everything. Anyway, they end up doing this like seance thing, and they all somewhat gain powers, and all of a sudden they're like the I don't want to say the head honchos of this thing, but people don't mess with them anymore because strange things start happening. All of a sudden, Fairuza Balk's character starts getting a little too, I want to say, jealous because this new girl, Robin, I don't even remember the names, but Robin Tunney's character starts getting more and better powers. So pretty much, the one girl gets jealous and kind of tears the other two and brings them on board and says, we kind of got to get rid of this girl. And it's just all them and their fight for power kind of deal. By the end, they're all against this Robin Tunney girl. Their power's against hers. And if you see the movie, you know what happens. If not, you got to watch it. So that's The Craft. It's an old school witch kind of movie. I'd put this one, I'd give it a 6.5. And like I said, now I'm going to start doing ones that you should pretty much avoid. I grew up with it's like a little series, and I enjoyed it. I remember seeing the first two, and then I was looking for the third because I'm a completist, and that one was really hard to find, but I ended up finding this fourth one. And the first three, all the characters look the same pretty much. You get these little characters and everything that pretty much terrorize people and such. So I got this one, and it doesn't do the series justice. They end up growing to these little puppet-like creature kind of deals. And just the overall aspect of this, I don't remember too much because I couldn't really get through the whole movie. But that's Ghoulies 4. I remember the first three. I eventually got the third one. Ghoulies Go to College. And it's pretty much still like the first two, where they're little creatures that pop out of the toilets and stuff from hell. And then you get this one where they're taller, look like midget type things, and just a whole premise. There's a whole amulet, and the one bad guy's looking for it, and these are his little henchmen, and I don't know. It was just not like the other three. I happened to enjoy the other three, and this one kind of disappointed me big time. I remember getting this one, and I'm like, I don't even know if I want to get the third one because I don't know what it's going to be like. But this one is definitely the worst out of the whole Ghoulies collection. I'd say if you're a fan of the Ghoulies, don't even bother with that one if you have it already. I'm sorry for you too, because I bought it and it wasn't anything special. So that one I'd say kind of steer clear of. So hopefully you like my little Terror Tuesday video. I still have my contest going. If you have no idea, I'll post the video, or go check out the video. I'm giving away a couple UV digital copy codes. So if you still want it, and you got 2 days, I'm doing it on Thursday. So you get the rest of today and tomorrow, and I guess Thursday morning to just let me know you want in the contest, like my videos, or like my video, and then subscribe. That's the main one. Just you got to be a subscriber. So if you still want in the contest, let me know. Like I always say, I got a fan page on Facebook. I got a group page on Facebook. I got a Twitter. I got an Instagram. And those links will be on the bottom of here. And I guess until next time, I'll see you.